Hi and welcome to PTV News.
I'm Natalie Villanueva.
And I'm Tom Frusamer. According to the College Board test results that were released earlier today, only 2 out of every 5 New York high school students are ready for college. While this may be a shocking statistic, the 2014 class of New York high school students were 30 points lower than the class of 2013. The class of 2014 averaged a 1468 out of a perfect score of 2400. Only 39% of these students will achieve the SAT's college readiness standards. In response to these numbers, New York State Education Commissioner John King stated, quote, "The low scores reflect a disturbing opportunity gap that must be closed."
2 young boys were killed in a house fire in St. Albans, Queens, on Monday night. According to fire officials, the victims were ages 6 and 11. The fire started around 7 p.m. on the first floor of the home on Tioga Drive. A 33-year-old man was also injured in the fire, but his conditions were minor. A fire department spokesman said in a statement that the victims were taken to Queens General Hospital, where the 2 boys were later pronounced dead.
A young man from Chicago has been arrested for attempting to travel overseas to join the foreign terrorist group ISIS. 19-year-old Mohammed Hamza Khan left a 3-page handwritten letter for his parents before going to Chicago's O'Hare International Airport on Saturday. In his letter, Khan gave explanations for his decision to join ISIS, and investigators also found a notebook that contained drawings of the Islamic State flag and the words, quote, "Come to jihad," written in Arabic. FBI agents arrested Khan at the airport security terminal, and his charge carries a sentence of 15 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
A federal judge ruled yesterday that police officers in Ferguson, Missouri, violated protesters' rights and therefore violated the Constitution. U.S. District Judge Catherine Perry demanded that law enforcement agencies stop imposing that protesters are required to keep walking rather than staying in place because it's an unconstitutional policy. The judge did make it clear, however, that the Ferguson police can enforce failure to disperse laws and other laws unable to control crowds and protect citizens and surroundings. This case was put forward by the African Civil Liberties Union in efforts to stop the new practice.
A lightning strike in northern Colombia killed 11 members of an indigenous native tribe, including its spiritual and political leader. The lightning bolt struck at around 3 a.m. on Monday during the Wiwa tribe's ritual gathering. According to a member of the Wiwa community, the tribe was assembled in a hut performing a traditional ceremony. Aside from those that were killed, at least 15 other individuals were injured by the thunderbolt. Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos expressed his condolences and confirmed the tragedy via Twitter.
Now moving on to entertainment news with Eliza and Anai.
Last week we spoke about Amanda Bynes being arrested for a DUI. This week she makes headlines again. Amanda was caught trying to steal merchandise from Barney's on Madison Avenue in New York City. She claims fans were chasing her, so she grabbed a $200 hat and placed it on her head as she walked out of the store. Security let her go, but Barney's made her sign a no trespass agreement, banning her from re-entering the store. Not to mention, she was recently spotted in a nightclub in Chelsea where she snapped on one of her fans and allegedly scratched a woman on her neck and arms.
Seventh Heaven star Stephen Collins has confessed to being involved in a child molestation. In the audio recording, he says he thinks there were 3 girls over 3 years. Although decades have passed since the molestation, they believe the case can still be prosecuted because the statute of limitations runs from the date of the recording. Collins can say goodbye to his career because already he has lost his roles in Scandal and upcoming movie Ted 2.
Just 12 days after giving birth to baby number 2, Snooki posted a selfie on Instagram showing off her post-baby body. Her legs look toned and her tummy looks very flat for a woman who just gave birth less than 2 weeks ago. Her caption for the selfie was, "I can finally fit in jeans again."
And now for a short commercial break, but when we return, Green and Gold exclusive.
Oh my god, I'm so drunk right now. Why is the room spinning?
You're way too drunk. It's time to relax and turn down. Here, take this. The turn down bar. The cure to become sober.
Welcome back to our Green and Gold exclusive. Green and Gold exclusive is where you can talk about what's going on around campus. Excitement is in the air as students and alumni prepare for homecoming this fall semester. This year's homecoming weekend is on Friday, October 17th through Sunday, October 19th. It's an eventful, family-friendly weekend. Prep Rally will start off homecoming weekend at the Bethpage Federal Union Football Stadium, followed by the homecoming day itself. Homecoming Day will feature a real carnival this year, full of activities, food trucks, giveaways, and real rides, such as the Ferris wheel and a zipper line. Clubs and organizations will have the opportunity to host their own game activities in the carnival, which is very exciting. We cannot forget about our very own home football game, the LIU Post Pioneers versus the St. Anselm Hawks. LIU Post will host its first annual crowning of the homecoming king and queen. To finish off homecoming weekend, transportation will be provided to students for an annual trip to the Breast Cancer Walk at Jones Beach. For more information about homecoming weekend, stop by the campus concierge desk.
MTV's hit shows Guy Code and Girl Code Comedy Tour comes to the Tillis Center stage at LIU Post this Friday, October 10th at 8 p.m. The hit show brings their first live tour at the Tillis stage. Head on over to the Tillis Center box office as soon as you can and buy your seats or visit Ticketmaster.com. It is $15 for LIU Post students, and ACP is hosting an off-campus trip to Six Flags Great Adventures Fright Fest on Sunday, October 12th, so get your tickets now at the campus concierge desk.
Today during Common Hour, Sharon Matt Atkins, the managing curator of exhibitions at the Brooklyn Museum, gave a free lecture in the Steinberg Museum of Art. The lecture focused on the Atkins experience of working as a curator with contemporary artists. Atkins also offered insight and professional advice from working in the visual arts profession. In addition to the discussion, there will be an extra talk with Atkins during Professor Eileen Wang's night class.
The Association of Campus Programming presents Spirit Week 2014. Starting on Monday, October 13th, is Battle of the Sexes Part 1 in the Gold Coast Cinema, and Part 2 is on the next day in the Fishbowl. Tuesday, October 14th, both starting at 7 p.m. On Wednesday, October 15th, is Green and Gold Tie-Dye Day, and later on that night, there is a movie showing Think Like a Man 2 in the Gold Coast Cinema at 9 p.m. with free popcorn, snacks, and refreshments. Wrapping up Spirit Week on Thursday, October 16th, with a great lawn festival during Common Hour with music, games, food, and fun.
Look at the events calendar for a listing of all of our activities. Remember, be seen in green or be bold in gold. Show your Post pride every Tuesday. If you have a club or an event you want to advertise, please email us at greenandgoldexclusive@gmail.com or check out our Facebook page. I'm Natalie Villanueva.
And I'm Tom Frusheimer. Thanks for watching PTV News. See you next week.